Hello there, the YouTube. My name is Rob, and I'm here to talk to you about Download Festival, my favourite festival in the world. Now, Download Festival is a massive festival. There is like 1,000 bands playing, something like that. It's probably more like 100. But anyway, there's a lot of bands there, and you'll not have heard of a lot of them. But who knows? Maybe a band you've never heard of, you're going to see them at Download, and it'll be your new favourite band ever. So I'm going to start this video series, which is going to be 3 videos of me doing a quick review and personal opinion of every band playing Download. I'll be going alphabetically, so if you want to hear my opinion of a certain band, that might make it a little bit easier. So let's get straight into it and kick this off with my review of A Day to Remember. A mixture of pop punk and metal. I quite like the pop punk they do, but in general I'm not a massive fan. But then again, they have a massive following, so what do I know? Aaron Buchanan and the Cult Classics. Standard rock music, it would kind of be generic if it wasn't done really well, and those vocals are amazing. Aerosmith, the classicest of classic rock. You will know the songs and you will find yourself dancing and singing along with it. They're the easy listening of rock and roll. AFI, a kind of emo/goth band that are kind of hit and miss for me. I really enjoyed The Boy Who Destroyed the World because it was in a TeknoAXE soundtrack. Everything else is kind of meh. Airborne, Americana classic rock. They kind of remind me of AC/DC. I quite like them. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan, but I've seen them at Download a few other times and they do a good set. Ailstorm. It's pirate metal, it's fun, it's heavy and it's fast. I love them and I love their tongue-in-cheek style. Alter Bridge, American hard rock, but for me it's kind of slower than a lot of the stuff you'll find at Download, and I think for that reason, and they're just a bit dull, they're not for me. Anathema. If you thought I was going pretty easy on these bands, then you were in luck, because I hate this band. It is slow, poncy hipster metal. I'm sure there are people out there that like this band, but I'm not one of them. As It Is. You've heard of teen pop? Well, this is teen pop punk. They sound like they could have Justin Bieber as their lead singer. That being said, the songs aren't horrible, they're pretty good, they just don't have a lot of energy or anger to them. Asteroid Boys. Rap music with a bit of metal. They're kind of like a reverse Body Count who did metal music with a bit of rap in it. It's a bit too much like club music for me though, so I'll be steering clear of them. Baroness, a metal band that honestly doesn't do very much for me. It's more melodical than the stuff I usually listen to, and it's quite slow and just dull to listen to. Basement, a teenage metal band. Pretty standard, they don't really do anything new. I'd listen to them on the radio, but probably not more than that. I probably won't be seeing them at Download. Biffy Clyro, a Scottish rock band who are very talented and who I don't like and have a terrible name. The music is more mainstream than it is rock, and in the end it just sounds a bit uninspired for me. Blackwater Conspiracy. A band where every member does its own thing, so the music ends up having a bit of a mix of rock and metal and country and blues and prog rock. But somehow it works. It's pretty unique, even though it also sounds like classic rock. I can't explain it, they're just pretty good. Check them out. Blackwaters, a really good indie punk band with some influence of Slaves and a big influence of Johnny Rotten. They're a really good punk band, so if you like punk, go see them. Simple as that. Blood Youth, a mix of rock and hardcore metal. Kinda like what the Defiled did, but Blood Youth don't do it as well. Brutai. Brutai? Brutai. A decent metal band that mixes thrash, screamo, and a really good vocalist, and I like the mix of genres that they do. Casey, an odd band that mixes hardcore screamo with chill-out stoner rock, although it does both those genres really well, so if you like both those genres, then definitely check them out. Cavalera Conspiracy. Thrash metal done really well. The guitar, the vocals and the drums all help each other rather than trying to drown each other out. The vocals are a bit harsh and screamo-y for me, but in general they're a pretty good band. Clutch, an amazing American rock band that apparently have been around for 25 years, and I've genuinely only just discovered them while researching this video. And that singer has an amazing voice. Code Orange. I'll admit I thought this was the punk band Agent Orange and I got really excited, but it's not them. Code Orange are a hardcore metal band. Apparently they started out with more of a punk sound, but from what I've heard they are definitely more metal nowadays. I saw them described as nightmarishly chaotic, and I agree with that, but I don't mean it as a compliment. Coheed and Cambria. They've been described as everything from prog rock to prog metal to pop punk. My vote is, as a prog rock band, they're really good. They just need a bit more metal in there. Creeper. Creepers are a kind of shoe with soles like that big that I really hate. Creeper is also a horror punk band that I also don't like. Their sound is far too clean for what they're trying to do. Crown the Empire, a heavy metal band that's really good, I think because they mix in the right amount of good vocals and melody as well. It makes the songs flow a lot better than bands like that usually do. Dead Label, a very heavy band with a very low voice that is very much not my cup of tea. They're probably really good at what they do, but for me the lyrics just end up being far too over the top, macho, violent, to the point of silliness. Dead! You know the British punk band Slaves? It's kind of like them, but more geared towards rock than punk. They've still got the angry raw sound and the upbeat melodies though, and that is definitely a good thing. Devil Driver, A really good metal band that sometimes crosses into the stupidly heavy, and they kind of lose me in translation. Some of their stuff, like Sail, is really good. It's melodic, it's flowing, it's the right amount of metal. Songs like Hold Back the Day, however, just go so far over the top that they lose me. Devilskin, a pretty unimpressive band doing pretty unimpressive things with a female singer with an absolutely stunning voice. It's just a shame I really don't think very much of the rest of the band. The Devin Townsend Project, an amazing metal band with the right blend of industrial, progressive and melodic. Devin Townsend does amazing things with music, and usually they're quite big in scope. He doesn't really do smaller songs, so I can imagine his set at Download being amazing. Dinosaur Pileup, a fantastic name for a decent, fun rock band. They're not angsty and mopey, they're just energetic and good, and I really enjoyed them. Drones, a female-fronted rock band, kind of like the Distillers but with more of a rock than a punk element. I really enjoyed them, and that singer's voice is phenomenal. Every Time I Die, a pretty good hardcore punk rock band with an anarchic, untamed sound and a really stupid name. Exodus, classic thrash music done with a growling sound and amazing guitar riffs. And either they appeal to you or they don't. And to me, they do. Five Finger Death Punch. Okay, unpopular opinion, but I really don't like this band. For me, they're kind of like the new glam rock. They're far too over the top but serious in what they do. Also, I really hate long band names. Fizzy Blood. Another fantastic name, sadly with a band that doesn't really live up to it. It's a pretty good mix of pop punk and indie rock, but there was nothing that really jumped out at me and said, "Oh, listen to this." 4 Year Strong, a pop punk band with a bit of a mixture of hardcore in there as well. They've kind of got a bit of a unique sound, and I'm really starting to get into them. Fozzy, yeah, it's a decent soft rock band, blah blah blah. Did you know Chris Jericho is in this band? Chris Jericho the wrestler? The WWE wrestler Chris Jericho is in this band? What? Goddamn! Goddamn is right! Chris Goddamn Jericho! Wait, no, sorry, wrong band. Let's move on. Sorry, yes, Goddamn are a metal band with a bit of a grunge sound to them. It's pretty good for a few songs, but after a while, all the songs kind of meld together and sound the same, and it just kind of becomes noise. Good Charlotte, classic pop punk from my childhood. Go to it to enjoy the nostalgia, sing and dance along, and relive your angsty teenage years. Grey Wind, indie rock band with a bit of a slow feel to them, and honestly they kind of bored me. Grove Street Families, thrash punk band, they kind of remind me of Suicidal Tendencies, and I love Suicidal Tendencies, so I definitely liked this band. Although the GTA reference is going to date pretty quickly and it's just going to end up being a shit name. Okay, thank you all for watching this video. If you liked this video, please click like, and if you like my stuff, click subscribe. I'll be putting the second video of this series up very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Remember to follow me on the social medias, and I will see you soon. Cheers now.